Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Loretta. I have thought about filming this video for quite some time. I was going to film it back in January when I quit social media, but I'm glad that I'm doing it now. It is September because a lot has changed in that time and there's more points that I want to make about how it's affected my life. And for argument's sake, I'm going to say social media. I know that most will argue that YouTube is social media, and I definitely agree. However, YouTube is different for me because I make content and I get more value out of it because it is my form of entertainment. I don't have any cable or streaming services, so YouTube is where I watch most of the stuff that I watch. So when I say social media, I'm just referring to Facebook and Instagram, which are the two forms of social media that I had. So I'm just going to get started and go through some of my points and talk about how I feel since I have quit. So late January, I decided to completely quit social media. And there's a few reasons that I decided to do it. First, I want to talk about a little bit about my history with social media. So Facebook started in, I think it was around 2003. I know that around 2006, it was really, really popular. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was on it. And I just didn't really see the appeal at the time of giving strangers personal information and just constantly posting pictures of mundane things or your life. That did change down the road, but for me, it was odd, and I didn't want to sign up for an account, nor did I want my pictures to be on social media. So at the time, I would tell my friends, if we take pictures when we're out, don't post it on Facebook. I'm just not comfortable with it. And I never ended up signing up for Facebook. Now, in 2013 is when I signed up for Instagram. And at that point, social media had been around for quite a while. I kind of liked the idea of Instagram more than Facebook because I felt like you just post a photo and you don't really have to give out like all of your personal information, which I felt that Facebook was really intrusive. I mean, Instagram can be intrusive as well, but around that time, so 2013, I was 33 and I had lots of friends. I worked in a place where I met some really great coworkers and we became friends and we would go out a lot. I had a very active social life at that point in time. And I started to actually really enjoy posting photos and I enjoyed looking at other people's photos. Also, when I signed up for Instagram, I signed up for accounts that I found interest in. So things such as my hobbies and other cool stuff. I started following NASA and just things that I thought were neat. So that really intrigued me and I found that to be interesting. I started posting quite a few photos. So I went from not wanting to post any photos of myself at all to posting a lot of photos. And at that time, I really enjoyed looking at photos and events and things that were happening with my friends because my friends were all also on Instagram. A lot of them were on Facebook at this time, but I moved a bunch of them over to Instagram so that I can see their photos and what they were up to day. And I just noticed at a certain point that I wasn't seeing as many photos from my friends. And I really started just following people, and people were following me that I would work with at the time. So basically, it was just this one place of work where I was following people, and other people were following me, and my close friends. My account wasn't public, so I wasn't out there for just anybody to see because I wasn't comfortable with that, even though I was posting for regular people that I worked with and friends. My account becoming public was just not something I was ever really interested in. And now I'm posting videos to YouTube for the public to see. So because my friends stopped posting, it was becoming less and less interesting. So I found myself sort of going to the explore page and just kind of scrolling through there. Now I want to jump back to Facebook. So when I moved out of the city, I grew up in the city of Toronto. I now live in a small town. When I left, I decided to go on this money saving, frugal, intentional living journey. That's what most of this channel is about. And so I was decluttering and I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get rid of. And I knew that this stuff had value. So I signed up for Facebook so that I could also sign up for Facebook Marketplace and that I could sell a bunch of stuff. And I did. I sold a whole bunch of my stuff. I think I made around $1,400 or $1,500. Mind you, this was over a year or a year and a half, maybe even longer. It could have been 2 years. I don't know exactly, but I did end up selling that stuff, which is great because I got rid of it and I made some money. I did give a lot of it away because selling was becoming a hassle. Meeting up with people, trying to find the time, people not showing up. I stopped doing it. But in order to sign up for Facebook Marketplace, I had to sign up for Facebook. So I did. And everybody seemed to be so excited that Loretta, you're finally on Facebook, and, leaving me messages and stuff. So I was posting to Facebook and to Instagram. Now I had a different group of friends that I was connected with on Facebook and that I would post photos. And some of those friends I would not accept on Instagram. It was just kind of like my Facebook friends from the country and then my Instagram friends from the city. It was weird. I just wanted to keep those two things separate. Anyways, Facebook just started to become, I don't even know the word to describe it, but there's just, number one, so many ads, and then there's just a bunch of fake crap. Like, it was just these fake posts and this ridiculousness, and people are extremely argumentative on Facebook. I didn't notice that as much on Instagram. I actually found that people were more positive on Instagram. Maybe it was just the people I was following. I don't know. But people are more argumentative on Facebook, and I just got sick of that. So I closed my Facebook account and I closed my Marketplace account as well. So that was gone. And then it was really hard for me to detach from Instagram for some reason. So I was on it, like I said, starting in 2013, and then I got off of it at the beginning of the year. So just over 10 years I was on Instagram. And so let's now jump back to Instagram. My friends were not posting stuff, so it wasn't interesting to me anymore. I was going on the Explore page and just scrolling through my feed, and I was just finding, number one, a lot of advertising and a lot of memes, which, I would send to my friends and they would send to me. So that was fun. During the pandemic, my screen time was up between 7 and 8 hours a day, which I think was really normal for a lot of people because there wasn't as much to do. And also there was a lot of anxiety around, when are we going to go back to work? Are we going to go back to work? Have we lost our jobs? We're afraid to go out. We don't want to get sick, all that sort of stuff. And I just think that I burnt myself out on social media. I just watched way too much of it, and I had enough coming into this year. So I quit at the end of January. Some of the things that I didn't like about Instagram was the people that I were following were posting things that wasn't interesting to me. And I won't go into detail about what those things are, but there's just some things that I'm not interested in. Well, for one, I don't have children. So lots of people are having children and posting their baby photos, and their accounts were becoming more about their child than them. And I just don't have any interest in that. So that's one of the reasons that I kind of got sick of social media. I also found myself getting a little bit envious and experiencing FOMO, which I'm not an envious person, so I didn't like that side of me, how I all of a sudden felt like a tinge of jealousy, and not the people who have children, because I'm never jealous of anybody who has children, but just of certain other things and lives and the way that people were living their lives. And I enjoy my life, and I enjoy the things that I do and the people that I spend time with. And I enjoy my day-to-day, so I don't know why I was having these envious feelings, and I didn't like that. So that's another reason that I got off social media. And I love looking at photos, my own photos of my friends. I remember in the late 1990s, I would meet up with my friends and bring photographs, like photo albums with pictures that I had taken and, got developed in at the store, like the old school way. And we would sit there and we'd go through our photos and have a great time. So I really, really do enjoy taking photos and looking at photos. But since my friends stopped posting, um, it was really, really what I was interested in, my friends' photos. And since they weren't posting, it wasn't interesting to me anymore. So what I'm saying is I don't really care what other people are up to. So like you have your social media friends, and a lot of them aren't really friends. And if somebody isn't my friend, I don't really care about what they're doing and what they're up to and what they're eating. I always enjoyed posting on social media more than I enjoyed viewing. So yes, I did like looking at my friends' photos and other things that was of interest to me, but I always enjoyed posting more. So I thought to myself, if I enjoy posting more, and I barely posted towards the last, I would say, year that I was on Instagram, I just completely stopped posting. I would post maybe on my birthday or something else, but I didn't really post a lot. I was just scrolling and looking at people's photos who I didn't really care about, people from former workplaces or people that I had met in the new town that I lived in. So I thought to myself, if I enjoy posting more, why don't I just post things on YouTube? So here we are. And now I make videos. And this is sort of like, I feel like I'm getting it out of my system because I do miss some parts of social media. Like, make no mistake, it's not like I quit and it's like I'm free and I, feel amazing, which I do, but there are definitely elements of it that I do miss. So this sort of gives me my fix to be able to post things on YouTube. And I'm not posting pictures or short videos, it's long form content, which I enjoy. Um, I didn't think I enjoyed it as much. I thought I enjoyed Instagram and shorts, but I also found that my attention span was getting a lot shorter. And I could go an hour or even more on social media and find that, like, I don't even remember what I had looked at. It was just very, very depleting. It depleted my brain power. And because I wanted a life that was more intentional, and that's the path that I was going on, it didn't fit into my life anymore. I don't want anybody to think that um, I'm trying to show off or I'm better than anybody. I don't think because somebody does something or doesn't do something that they're better than anybody else. It's just my personal journey and where I decided to go with social media. Also, with YouTube, if I have the opportunity to make money and become monetized, then I would rather spend my time posting on YouTube and having conversations with people in the comment section, and if I can get monetized and make money from it. So if I'm going to use social media, I might as well use it to my advantage. So one of the problems with quitting social media is that first of all, I felt that I was addicted to it. So I went from one addiction to another, which was YouTube, especially now that YouTube has shorts. They've had shorts for a while, but I found myself spending a lot more time on watching YouTube videos, not creating content, but watching videos, and especially shorts. And so I realized months later that, yeah, I had just basically swapped out one addiction for another. And that really is pointless because I was spending too much time on Instagram and now I'm spending too much time on YouTube, not doing anything productive. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I will continue to watch things on YouTube because that is my form of entertainment. And then I can search any video that I want and any topic and watch a video on that. So I like how YouTube, it has so many options. There's basically something for everybody. And there's certain creators that I like and I follow and I subscribe to and I look forward to their content. But I really had to start to reel it in with the amount of time that I was spending on YouTube. So be careful if you are thinking about quitting social media that you're not just swapping one addiction for another. Just be aware of that. And if you kind of catch yourself getting addicted to something else, then you can take action to correct that. moving forward. I'd really like to know in the comments what you think, and if you have quit social media or thinking about quitting social media, the reasons that you want to or the reasons that you don't want to. I do want to make another point here. I find social media to be a very useful business tool. So I can understand people who have a business that are using it for um, free exposure, basically. And people who get a lot of use out of it and enjoy it, then I think great, you should absolutely keep it. But this is not about what you should do or what you shouldn't do. This is basically just my personal experience. I do feel a lot better getting off of Facebook and Instagram. I find that I do have more time and I am using my time much more wisely, which was my goal and which is what I wanted to get out of it. So I have achieved that. As far as the other social medias, let me think here. We have Snapchat, which I signed up for but barely ever used, and TikTok. I've never signed up for TikTok. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as it really helps my channel grow. If you'd like to see more of this content, please consider subscribing as it is greatly appreciated. And we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.